Archangel Michael says, "Listen carefully, my beloved soul. What you are about to understand is not meant to shock you with fear, but to awaken you with clarity. There is a hidden truth about your soulmate, and this truth has not been hidden to deceive you, but to protect the timing of your growth. Some truths are revealed only when the heart is mature enough to receive them without insecurity. You have reached that maturity. That is why this moment feels different. That is why something inside you feels alert yet calm at the same time. The surprise is not that someone cares for you, the surprise is how deeply this connection has been shaping both of you behind the scenes. For a long time, you may have sensed that there was more beneath the surface. Conversations may have felt layered. Silences may have felt meaningful. Distance may have felt temporary rather than permanent. You were not imagining that depth. Archangel Michael says the hidden truth is this: your soulmate has been observing your growth more than you realize. They have been measuring themselves quietly against the standard you are becoming. They have noticed your strength, your discipline, your patience. They have seen the way you carry yourself differently now. What surprised them first was your resilience. What is surprising you now is their internal transformation in response to it. You may not know how much your evolution has influenced them. When you began setting boundaries, something shifted inside them. When you stopped chasing and started focusing on yourself, they began reflecting. When you became emotionally stable instead of reactive, they felt the contrast. This hidden truth is that your growth became a mirror for them. And mirrors can be uncomfortable at first. But they also inspire change. Archangel Michael says your soulmate is no longer comfortable staying the same. They feel the need to rise. They feel the need to become worthy of what they see in you. The surprise is not drama. It is realization. They are recognizing the depth of what they feel. They are acknowledging that what they once treated lightly carries more weight than they expected. They are understanding that connection is not built on surface attraction but on alignment of character. This realization may not be loud yet, but it is powerful. It is changing the way they think. It is influencing the way they plan. It is shaping the way they see the future. You must remain steady during this revelation. Do not allow curiosity to become anxiety. Do not allow anticipation to disturb your peace. Archangel Michael says the truth being revealed is positive, but it requires emotional balance to receive properly. If you rush, you disrupt the flow. If you remain calm, clarity unfolds naturally. Your soulmate's hidden truth is not a secret designed to hurt you. It is a realization designed to strengthen the connection. Another layer of this truth is about timing. They needed space to understand themselves before fully understanding you. If this realization had come earlier, it may have been incomplete. Now it is forming with intention. Now it carries responsibility. Now it carries seriousness. Archangel Michael says when love matures, it shifts from impulse to intention. Your soulmate is moving toward intention. At the same time, you are being reminded to continue your own growth. The connection will meet you at the level you maintain. If you stay disciplined, they will rise. If you stay grounded, they will stabilize. If you stay patient, they will clarify. This hidden truth is not only about their feelings, it is about your influence. You have influenced them more than you know, simply by becoming your highest self. The surprise may not arrive in dramatic words. It may come in consistent action. It may come in a change of tone. It may come in sincerity that feels undeniable. Archangel Michael says, "Listen carefully, my beloved soul. What you are about to understand is not meant to shock you with fear, but to awaken you with clarity. There is a hidden truth about your soulmate, and this truth has not been hidden to deceive you, but to protect the timing of your growth. Some truths are revealed only when the heart is mature enough to receive them without insecurity. You have reached that maturity. That is why this moment feels different. That is why something inside you feels alert yet calm at the same time. The surprise is not that someone cares for you, the surprise is how deeply this connection has been shaping both of you behind the scenes. For a long time, you may have sensed that there was more beneath the surface. Conversations may have felt layered. Silences may have felt meaningful. Distance may have felt temporary rather than permanent. You were not imagining that depth. Archangel Michael says the hidden truth is this: your soulmate has been observing your growth more than you realize. They have been measuring themselves quietly against the standard you are becoming. They have noticed your strength, your discipline, your patience. They have seen the way you carry yourself differently now. What surprised them first was your resilience. What is surprising you now is their internal transformation in response to it. You may not know how much your evolution has influenced them. When you began setting boundaries, something shifted inside them. When you stopped chasing and started focusing on yourself, they began reflecting. When you became emotionally stable instead of reactive, they felt the contrast. This hidden truth is that your growth became a mirror for them. And mirrors can be uncomfortable at first. But they also inspire change. Archangel Michael says your soulmate is no longer comfortable staying the same. They feel the need to rise. They feel the need to become worthy of what they see in you. The surprise is not drama. It is realization. They eyes pay attention to behavior, not just promises. Real transformation expresses itself through consistency. And consistency is forming. Stay centered. Stay confident. Stay aligned with your own path. The hidden truth unfolding is not meant to confuse you. It is meant to confirm what your intuition has been quietly telling you all along. Growth on both sides is leading toward clarity. And clarity is the foundation of something lasting. Archangel Michael says, "Listen closely, my beloved soul." The hidden truth unfolding is not something sudden or dramatic, it is something that has been developing quietly in the heart of the one connected to you. While you have been focusing on your own healing, your own discipline, your own emotional growth, your soulmate has been walking through an internal awakening. They have been replaying conversations in their mind. They have been reevaluating moments they once overlooked. They have been questioning why your presence lingers in their thoughts even when life feels busy. This is not coincidence. This is realization forming slowly and deeply. The surprise is not that feelings exist, the surprise is the depth and seriousness those feelings have reached. For a long time, they may have misunderstood what this connection truly meant. They may have labeled it casually or tried to rationalize it. They may have convinced themselves that time would fade it. But instead of fading, it matured. Instead of weakening, it strengthened. Archangel Michael says they are beginning to understand that what they feel is not temporary attraction but alignment. Alignment feels different. It feels steady. It feels peaceful yet powerful. It does not scream for attention, it quietly demands respect. And respect is growing inside them. There is also a hidden layer of admiration that you may not fully see. They admire your resilience. They admire the way you handled silence without losing dignity. They admire how you chose growth instead of drama. When you stopped trying to force outcomes and started investing in yourself, something shifted in their perception. They realized that you are not dependent on them for happiness. That realization created both humility and desire within them. Humility because they saw your strength. Desire because they recognized your value. Archangel Michael says when someone truly recognizes value, they begin to question whether they are prepared to match it. This questioning has led them into self-reflection. They are evaluating their habits. They are analyzing their fears. They are asking themselves whether they are emotionally mature enough for the kind of connection you represent. This is the hidden truth. They are working internally to close the gap between who they were and who they need to become. Growth is rarely visible in its early stages, but it becomes powerful over time. You may sense subtle changes in their energy, small shifts in communication, deeper sincerity in their words. These are signs of awareness increasing. At the same time, Archangel Michael reminds you not to become restless. When truth begins to surface, patience becomes even more important. If you rush the process, you disturb its natural unfolding. Continue strengthening your own stability. Continue living with intention. Continue setting standards that reflect your worth. The connection will align in proportion to the growth maintained on both sides. If you remain grounded, the revelation will arrive with clarity instead of confusion. There is also something else you must understand. Sometimes the hidden truth is not only about their feelings for you, but about their realization of what they risk losing if they do not act with maturity. Awareness of potential loss can awaken seriousness. When someone realizes that a meaningful connection cannot be taken for granted, their priorities shift. Archangel Michael says seriousness is forming inside them. Not fear-based seriousness, but responsibility-based seriousness. They are beginning to see the connection not as an option, but as something valuable. This process may also bring vulnerability. Vulnerability is uncomfortable for someone who has been guarded. They may struggle internally with expressing what they feel. They may hesitate before speaking openly. But hesitation does not mean absence of feeling. Sometimes it means depth. Deep emotion requires courage to articulate. Archangel Michael says courage is building. It may not appear instantly, but it is developing through reflection. You must continue trusting your intuition. The quiet knowing you have felt is not illusion. It is sensitivity to spiritual alignment. However, trust does not mean passivity. Continue improving yourself. Continue building your life independently. Independence strengthens connection because it removes pressure. When both individuals stand strong alone, they come together out of choice, not need. The hidden truth is unfolding gradually because gradual transformation creates stability. When clarity finally surfaces openly, it will not feel chaotic. It will feel natural. It will feel like a puzzle piece sliding into place. Archangel Michael says, do not seek dramatic proof. Seek consistent behavior. Consistency is the language of maturity. And maturity is what is forming now. Remain calm. Remain confident. Remain aligned with your own purpose. The truth being revealed is not meant to surprise you with fear, but to confirm your growth and the impact it has had. What is developing behind the scenes is not confusion, it is preparation. And preparation leads to clarity. Archangel Michael says, listen carefully, my beloved soul, as this hidden truth continues to rise to the surface, you must understand that what is happening now is the deep internal alignment of two hearts that were never meant to meet in confusion. Your soulmate is moving through a stage of awakening that is changing their perception of love, commitment, and future. They are no longer looking at connection through temporary emotion, they are beginning to see it through long-term vision. This shift is powerful because vision transforms intention. When someone begins to picture you in their future with seriousness, their actions start to reflect responsibility rather than impulse. For a long time, they may have kept certain feelings unspoken, even from themselves. Sometimes people delay confronting deep emotion because they fear its intensity. But intensity that remains unaddressed eventually demands recognition. Archangel Michael says your soulmate can no longer ignore what they feel. The truth is becoming too clear. The way you carry yourself, the stability you have built, the quiet strength you display has left a lasting impression on them. They are recognizing that what connects you is not surface attraction but alignment of values and growth. This realization is not shallow, it is transformative. Another layer of this hidden truth is that they are beginning to understand the rarity of what they share with you. In a world filled with temporary interactions and fleeting attention, depth stands out. You represent depth. You represent maturity. You represent stability. And as they compare past experiences to the energy they feel with you, clarity increases. Archangel Michael says comparison is not about competition, it is about awareness. They are becoming aware that not all connections carry the same weight. Some are distractions, and some are destiny. This awareness is strengthening their desire to protect what is meaningful. You may notice subtle signs of this transformation. Perhaps their tone softens. Perhaps their words carry more thought. Perhaps their actions become more consistent. These are not coincidences. They are evidence of inner alignment translating into outer behavior. However, this transition may not be perfectly smooth. Growth rarely is. There may still be moments of hesitation, not because feelings are absent, but because responsibility is forming. When someone begins to take love seriously, they pause. They think carefully. They evaluate their readiness. Archangel Michael says, do not misinterpret thoughtful hesitation as doubt. Sometimes it is maturity. While they are evolving, you must continue your own steady progress. Your peace is essential. Your confidence is magnetic. If you remain grounded, you create space for clarity to unfold naturally. If you allow anxiety to take control, you disturb your own energy. The hidden truth is not meant to create pressure, it is meant to confirm alignment. Trust that what is forming is stable. Trust that what is growing is intentional. Trust that what is meant to last will not collapse under silence or distance. There is also something important about timing. Timing ensures that both hearts arrive at the same emotional depth. If the revelation had come too early, one of you might not have been prepared. Now preparation is almost complete. Archangel Michael says the reason this moment feels significant is because understanding is reaching its peak. Your soulmate is close to fully accepting what they feel and what they want. Acceptance is the final step before expression. Continue focusing on becoming your highest self. Continue investing in your purpose, your discipline, your growth. The connection will rise to meet the level you maintain. When two individuals stand firmly in self-respect and emotional maturity, the union becomes powerful. The hidden truth unfolding now is not chaotic, it is structured. It is building something balanced. Stay patient. Stay confident. Stay aligned with your own journey. What is being revealed is not a threat. It is confirmation that your growth has influenced more than you realized. The surprise will not be dramatic noise, it will be undeniable clarity. And clarity is the foundation of something lasting, peaceful, and deeply aligned. Archangel Michael says, listen closely, my beloved soul. As this hidden truth reaches its final stage of revelation, you must understand that what is unfolding now is the moment where realization turns into decision. Your soulmate is no longer only reflecting internally, they are approaching clarity about what they truly want and what they are willing to commit to. This stage is powerful because it separates emotion from intention. Many people feel deeply but act lightly. Your soulmate is moving beyond that pattern. They are beginning to align their feelings with responsibility. They are understanding that love is not only about emotion but about effort, not only about attraction but about consistency. This internal alignment is what makes this moment significant. For a long time, they may have carried uncertainty, not because their heart was unclear, but because their confidence was incomplete. Sometimes people hesitate not due to lack of feeling, but due to fear of inadequacy. They question whether they can match the strength, maturity, and stability they see in someone else. The hidden truth now being revealed is that they no longer want to stand at a distance. They are recognizing that growth is necessary if they want to step forward with integrity. Archangel Michael says this recognition is the turning point. When someone decides to grow intentionally rather than remain comfortable, transformation becomes visible. You may begin to feel a shift in the atmosphere of this connection. It may not be dramatic or loud. It may be subtle but undeniable. There may be greater sincerity in communication, more thoughtful actions, more direct energy. These changes are the natural result of internal acceptance. Acceptance creates courage. Courage creates movement. Movement creates clarity. Archangel Michael says clarity is forming now. The confusion that once surrounded this connection is dissolving because understanding has replaced uncertainty. At the same time, you are being reminded to stay centered. Do not allow anticipation to turn into impatience. When a truth is about to surface, calmness preserves its purity. If you remain steady, the unfolding will feel natural and peaceful. If you become anxious, you create unnecessary tension. Continue trusting your intuition. Continue honoring your standards. Continue strengthening your life independently. Independence does not weaken connection, it strengthens it by removing pressure and dependency. There is also a deeper layer to this revelation. Your soulmate is beginning to understand that what they feel is not temporary. It is not based on convenience. It is rooted in alignment. Alignment is rare because it requires similar values, similar depth, and similar willingness to grow. They are seeing that alignment with you challenges them positively. It pushes them to become better, more disciplined, more emotionally aware. Instead of resisting that challenge, they are starting to embrace it. Archangel Michael says when someone embraces growth for the sake of connection, the connection becomes stronger. You must also recognize how far you have come. Earlier in your journey, you may have reacted with fear to uncertainty. Now you are able to observe without losing your stability. That emotional maturity is part of why this truth is unfolding now. You are ready to receive it without insecurity. You are ready to hear it without losing balance. Growth has prepared you to hold clarity without panic. The final revelation will not feel chaotic. It will feel steady. It will feel aligned. It will feel like something you sensed all along finally becoming visible. Archangel Michael says what is meant for you does not arrive in confusion. It arrives in peace. The hidden truth unfolding now is guiding both of you toward that peace. Remain patient. Remain grounded. Remain confident in your own worth. What is forming behind the scenes is not a sudden surprise but a carefully developed realization. When it fully surfaces, it will not destabilize you. It will confirm your intuition. And confirmation brings calm assurance rather than shock. Trust the process. Trust your growth. Trust that what is aligned with your path will unfold with maturity and clarity. The truth being revealed now is not meant to disrupt your life, but to strengthen it. And strength built on awareness becomes lasting connection. If this message resonated with your heart, comment, "I am aligned with divine love," like this video, and subscribe to continue growing into the connection meant for you.